Good day, everyone. My name is Carden Madzokere, and welcome to my workbook. I'm just, showing you what's in it, and let's go. All right. So, topic number 3 is public sector. So, what does it cover? You need to know what the public sector consists of, and just the tip there. Number 4, make sure you write your state-owned entities. Then the EG there is give us examples of state-owned entities in South Africa. So 1, 2, 3, those are your 3 levels of government, what level, and what level. Then state-owned entities, then EG you give us. Okay. Then why is the state necessary? You should be able to give us reasons why the state is necessary. Then macroeconomic objectives, clue, that's your IFEP. Then the budget, the main budget, when is it presented, who presents it, and things like that. Sorry, my screen had blacked out. I'm wondering what was happening. Then we have what are the functions, a fiscal year, how long does it run, from when to when, what are the budget principles, and then where does government get its money, that's your number 10, and what other budget is there, that's number 11, and the clue is presented by the finance minister in October. Then what are the problems of public sector provisioning? Well, clue, papape, find out what that is. Then what are the characteristics of the fiscal policy? And then what is the composition of the fiscal policy? Like, what does it consist of? Then you have your effects of the fiscal policy and all that. Can you draw? Are you able to draw the Laffer curve? If you can, go ahead and do it. And if you cannot, make sure you learn how to do it, because they could ask you in the exam for 10 marks or for 8 marks. Then reasons for public sector failure. Why do you think the public sector fail? And by the way, you need to know this one very well. It's your essay. Then what are the effects of public sector failure? Now, in terms of the exam, what has been asked over the years? The first one, we have studied the table below and answered the questions that follow. And then we have okay, fine. So we have our questions there. Then a cartoon also asking, a couple of things pertaining the public sector. Then we have our Laffer curve. So this is a clue. If you didn't know how to draw it, then now you know. Then we have another cartoon there. That's the former finance minister, but you address it as the current finance minister as of today. So when a question pops up, maybe which says, who is the Minister of Finance? Then rather use the current Minister of Finance. Then the next one is talking about the budget. So you should have familiarized yourself with the budget itself. See how it's drawn up, how money is shared. But even if you didn't know, I think you know how to read a pie chart. So basically look there and see if you can answer questions. Then another table here, talking about types of text. My screen blacked out again. I don't know what's happening. Then another cartoon again. It's on budgeting and so on. And take note of the word affirmative action. Now, many will not be familiar with the term because it's mostly associated with business studies. But heads up, you need to know what affirmative action is. Then the Laffer curve is there again. So if you didn't know how to draw it, I'm not telling you to come and copy it here. Then you go back there and put it. But it's a clue. Then we have an extract where it's basically talking about macroeconomic objectives and accountability. Another extract, what is it focusing on? Well, Does the medium term, remember, I said there's another budget that is presented in October. Here's another budget, but this one is talking basically about collection of money, not the spending part. Well, we use a progressive income tax system, and so, name the income tax system responsible. Yes, that's what they will ask. Anyway, I'm mentioning it because the minute you see those numbers staggered, you want to expect that. So basically, these are questions that have come, and I've not skipped any. These are all your business cycle, all your circular flow, all your public sector that have come in final exams over the years. Well, I think I went to as back as 2017 up until 2023. So obviously on a yearly basis, I'll be updating this book, and I will always highly recommend. Right, so discuss in detail the main objectives of the state. This one is your IFEPE. Then the last one, discuss in detail reasons for public sector failure. I told you before, and link them to typical problems experienced through public sector provisioning. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The next topic that you're going to be covering is international trade. So all the best. We'll look at international trade in the next video.